Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. It's time for another creature caster model. Not that I've finished painting any of the other ones I already own, but they are slowly but surely and steadily getting themselves put to paint. So hey, why not a new one, right? This, I believe, is... does it say? What does it say? SCR. Sacrifice. Lord of Sacrifice. Okay. Like, I knew what it's called. Bag. Now, all I did was slit the bag, and I haven't even had a chance to look inside it yet, because I had to go get my kids from school, and I have not had a chance to actually behold the parts. So one thing I know about this thing is there is a winged option and a wingless option, which is kind of a nice touch. And there's also the two different weapon choices. There's a big axe and a sword. And I believe you can also have them barehanded as well. This looks really flashy. Not that that's hard to clean up, but tail of some sort? I don't know. I think these are his horn things that he has his draped cloaks on. Feet with a good amount of flash that's going to have to get cleaned up. That's okay. The drapes. He's got his curtains, and they match the drapes. I'm not sure how I'm going to paint those. And that's usually the biggest deterrent for me with creature caster models, is trying to figure out just how in the world I'm going to paint it. I thought it would go here, but it looks like maybe I'm mistaken, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It would probably help if I actually go look at the website. Oh boy, what's all this stuff? Haven't done that yet. So this is the shaft to go with that axe head we just saw earlier. A big wing. An optional wing at that. That's always a nice touch. There's the sword. I was like, is it broken? No. I wonder if it's supposed to go into the ground on the base. Kind of bent, but that's okay. We can heat it up. Lots of flash to clean. Oh my goodness. Sadly, I think this is the messiest creature caster kit I have gotten that is in need of some serious cleaning. Again, not all of them are like that. Most of them are quite clean. There's the body. I've been wanting to see that. And we have the other set of curtain drapes. Armor. Ivory. What have you. This guy is a rather unique looking model. He's got like this collection of bones sitting behind his head. I want to see he actually has two heads as well. So, kudos to Creature Caster for giving us all kinds of optional bits. Oh my god. How many horns am I going to have to put on there? Well, those are parts numbered up into the 30s. That'll be fun. Here is the right hand, and again, I guess I was right. I was right about the right hand. You have an empty hand with claws, you have the blade, and then you have the axe as well. More horns. I don't know, maybe a loincloth? Another loincloth? I don't know, that's always my first guess. This goes on his back, I know that. Interesting look with these heads with like cloths draped over them. I have no idea how I'm going to paint that coolly and effectively like some of the other pro painters out there, of which I am not by any means. Let's look at his faces. He's got some interesting faces. This one, I mean, I don't even know what's up with it. It's very different. I like that. I just have absolutely no idea how I would paint it. Looks like some kind of old Indian, you know, Rakasha or something. You have a much more traditional Tim Curry legend horned demon right here. He's got some weird eyes. I don't know. I think I might have to go with this head. It's so different looking. We're still not done. We've got some spooky smoke coming out of his left hand there. another piece of something. Teeny tiny hands that I believe fold on his chest, like in a praying position. We have this cool base. This is one of the cooler bases I think Creature Caster has done. So you can see here there's like all these lost souls or whatever trapped on the bottom. And then this is going to, well, I guess when we clean it up, it's going to sit on top like that. And you can see there's like hands coming out trying to grab it. Yeah, it should go like that, as they're being crushed by the weight of this base. And hooray, hooray, check that out. We have big, strong indentations for where to put the feet. So I really like when Creature Caster does this, because some of their models can be very top-heavy, very complex, and get me super worried about breaking if they fall. Not that I want to knock them over or anything, but, you know, things happen, and I live in a very earthquake-prone area, so, you know, we take those things seriously. A tail? Is this a tail? And then maybe this is the other part of the tail, and then both parts of the tail are going to sit in this groove right here. That makes sense, doesn't it? I better not pull that out with my hand. All right, so, oh boy. Yeah, let's turn this pile into an actual model, shall we? And then I'll grab a couple other Creature Caster models that I've got sitting around that don't look horribly half-finished, that actually are painted, and we'll give them all a look. So sit tight. All right, here is the Lord of Sacrifice. And let me tell you, it was a chore trying to get him to stand because he is not 100% glued down yet. I would really like to be able to paint this stuff. So, a couple things we want to talk about here. His sandwich base is really cool, but it's going to need to remain 2 parts for now in order to get really in there and get everything painted. I totally messed up on all of his crazy horns that he has hanging around on his shoulders, and I didn't put the sword in the right place, but I think it's going to work okay. And I didn't actually angle the hand with the magic fluffy cloud coming out of it the right way either, but that's all right. His wings at the moment are just blue tacked on there. The whole thing's just blue tacked together, and I'm trying not to move it because I really don't want to jinx it and have it all fall apart. I really like this head, though. It's just funky. If you don't want to go with the wings, that's where this little piece comes in, and it actually just plugs in on his back, and you can put it there instead. Now, if you're curious about how big this thing is, there is a human for scale. Using another Creature Caster model might be a little bit more helpful. This is the Orc Forged Lord, and you can see here, he's bigger. We have one of the, what were these? Were these the matriarchs? I believe these were the matriarchs. She's supposed to have a little guy with him, but she is all by her lonesome at the moment, because everybody needs to be painted. Obviously, grabbing some of the newer, bigger models, I have my partially built Suzerain here, who's actually almost the same size. He's a little bit taller, but he's skinnier and crazier looking, but neither of them stack up, obviously, to models like the Queen of Ecstasy, who can't even fit on the screen. You can see her way back there. She is a massive model, but I'm not to say that this guy is any slouch. I mean, he's pretty impressive, and I highly, strongly suggest don't be like me and glue everything into place. I wanted to have everything in there so you could just see it beforehand, and his base hurts like hell. These pointy bits were quite the pain in the butt to clean, and trying to make sure everything was ready for him to sit on his base appropriately prior to filming was a chore and a half. But it's a neat model. It's very different looking, and that's something I could say about just about all of Creature Caster's newer demons. Yeah, I mean, the first few were admittedly really obviously parallels to a lot of GW kits, but as the company has grown and progressed in terms of what they've released, they continue to put out some new and interesting and crazy looking and intricate models at that. So if you're looking for something different, unique, challenging, complex, and rewarding, because honestly, by the time you're done with these, the quality, the size, I feel like you really do get your money's worth with them, especially if you're into the painting aspect. The gaming aspect, maybe not so much, but it is a plus worth mentioning. I don't know if I said it yet. Their bases are always designed to make sure that you can have as many models up close and personal as you possibly can. So that, you know, even if they've got crazy bits protruding everywhere, which these do, obviously, you're not going to have issues where models can't go base to base and get into combat with each other. So, very interesting, visually unique, quite distinct, we're rhyming now, demon model, and I am absolutely looking forward to seeing what else Creaturecaster has in store for us in the future. I'm hoping for reptiles and minotaurs, but that's just my own personal biases speaking. That said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.